Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the Giants.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
New York.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Devontae Freeman, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Jones off the play fake. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's third.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Makes the score.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in batches.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's go, dude.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 2nd down and 4, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones got a man, Slayton. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
New York.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete to Slayton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Giants 3, Eagles nothing.
Jones now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones forced out to his left, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 21-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Wentz took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Wentz. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 19.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They start on the ground here at Sanders. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz now to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Wentz now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Sunday. 43. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, check.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th down and less than a yard.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Going for it with Sanders. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
On 2nd down now. It's Freeman, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
36. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Jones throwing on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Davion Taylor gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right about the 20. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Throwing Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Let's go, D. 52's the mic. Watch out.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Giants 17. Eagles nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Marquise Goodwin, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A final shot before half for Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Here we go. Where's 52?
On first down, Jones. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
52, right 52. It's a slap.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Jones. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Giants 24, Eagles nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Nate Gary.
Brought down by Nate Gary.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Jones, off play action, out to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He's going to field this at the 4. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Do what we do.
Picked off by Nate Ebner. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
For the extra point.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Wentz. He'll get this to the rookie from TCU. That's Jalen Reagor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Julian Love picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Taken in the end zone.
Jalen Reagor on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss that.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Julian Love. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Not today, you are. Not today. Mike 52, Mike 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Guys, this is out of time. Mike 52, Mike 52. Don't get nervous. 52's the mic, boys, 52. Dragon 60. Boot, watch the boot.
Jones now. Back to the air on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Giants!
Jones' pass complete to C.J. Board.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Brandon Williams. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
I'm here all day. 552. I'm 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. No, check that. We're Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. They gonna need some therapy after this. 52 is the Mike. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And this one's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offense.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. There he goes, right side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and goal to go.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
New York.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
It's our time.
Throwing is Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
And this one through the uprights and good.
65. Eagles nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
5-9.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Complete.
Darius Slayton, 77 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, New York. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
They'll eat some clock with Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? And now here is another interception. Julian Love picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Cameron Jordan, his second sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And down he'll go at the 25.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 10.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Brandon Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At their own 20.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Gain of 5 brings up
Freeman again.
5.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Tonight's final score.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense, through